Welcome back, friends, to Final Fantasy Adventure. Last time, in our efforts to reach the town of Wendell, we stopped at a little inn shanty in the middle of nowhere because we were weary from our journey. And upon waking, Jen was missing, so now we are on the hunt to find her. We were told of a cave that a man who runs this inn threw a mirror into, which is very odd. So we have decided to go retrieve this mirror. Upon coming in, we found a mysterious red mage for no reason, who is nameless, so we have just named Red. Let us continue. So, we got to this not really puzzle. Because if you try to cross it normally, you can't because of the slippery... I think I said round last episode, but because of the little round blobs bouncing around, it sort of makes sense. Square, slippery tiles, and as you can see him right there, there is one tile you can cross, but cannot cross the other way. So if we come across this and break down the boulder, you see how puzzly that puzzle was. Alrighty. We will throw our cure back on, because now we face the enemy, the Hydra. So pretty much you just wait for him to get close, you stab him. His magic is completely useless here, so he's pretty much just there for pretty looks. That iron shield we got will actually deflect, or not reflect, but will block those fireballs that Hydra is shooting, so I can be a little brazen here and get a couple hits in. Like I said, not a very defensive player. I am all about getting in there and just murdering a dude. Or a dragon in this case. And as you can see, my strategy paid off, for I am alive, and he is not. For our valiant effort, we get fire. We are now the fireball shooter. We also get the mirror. The man, who is red there in the corner, show it to the guy at Kett's. He'll scream and show his true colors. I did that joke last time. Bye. Not even nice enough to go with us, but at least nice enough to take us out of the cave so we don't have to walk through it again, so... I suppose. I'll take it. I feel bad for ratting on Red now. Ragging, that other word I actually meant to say. Because he actually ended up being pretty kick-ass. But... ooh. We get more peers. We come back over here. We will equip that mirror while we are thinking about it. And actually, before we talk to him, we are going to abuse his bed again. Because why not? Ha. What is it about lying in the bed of the enemy? There's something about that. Welcome to Kett's, rooms that are occupied. We've heard all this before. You can't get past this door, it's for Mr.Lee. That mirror! And he turns into a werewolf! Wonderful! A couple well-placed aims with a sickle ought to be done with him. Or not. I could be lying. Actually, let's catch him on fire. Ew, now the whole place smells like burnt hair. The price to pay for magic. And yes, I'm gonna abuse the bed again, because why the fudge not? It is there for my use, and I will use it. You can never be too overprepared. Actually, yes you can, but I'm gonna say we can't, because you have seen me fight. Yeah, if you saw there with the willpower up, the sickle has a much longer range. Pillow, an item we haven't seen yet, will just put enemies to sleep, which I tend to not use, ever. If I do use it, it's probably just to get it out of my inventory. And I'm not going to bother with him right now, but I will bother with that dude, because he can only be killed with magic too. So die, zombie-looking thing, I guess, and mouse. Mice and zombies, who would have guessed? And pumpkins. Evil jack-o'-lanterns. Who thinks of these things? Like, you know what, I'm gonna put a dungeon together? A pumpkin, and a zombie, and a mouse and an owl. If you just said that to a normal person, they would probably put you in jail. Or at least a nice, give you your own room with nice padded walls. I still have that key. Well, I don't want to throw it away. Maybe later. I'll go ahead. Nah, I lied. What do we got? Crystal! I want to say... actually don't remember what that does. I am terrible. I will let you know when I remember. Once again, we have a breakable wall. A lot of the times you have hints like this, like just blocks out of nowhere that just so happen to be leading to this wall. So a lot of the times you don't even have to guess and knock at doors like that. I don't remember if that's true throughout the entire game, but at least these first few dungeons. You're not what I wanted to hit. Yay, I got a level! Since magic seems to be our friend in this dungeon, we're gonna go ahead and dump into wisdom again, because it is my lowest stat right now. I said yes, dump into that. Which is so unlike me, but oh well. At least gaining levels heals you in this game, because my magic was running low. And if I will stop getting hit, that'd be even better. I hate that when they get you at the door like that. Like there's... well, I guess there's walking out again, like, you know, the smart thing to do, but... ooh, yay, an ether. Definitely come in handy. Ether, if you've never played an RPG ever, heals your magic. And I so did not mean to sound so condescending. Or like a high and mighty witch. You know what? Let's get rid of these eye drops. Watch it be eye drops. No, another pillow. I'll take it, I guess. Why not? But yeah, who decided to put a pumpkin and an owl and a zombie together? Or even make them enemies? Like, I guess skeleton dude sorta makes sense. Being evil, undead army guy. Sure, why not? Maybe even jelly makes sense. I mean, slimes have been around, you know, since the beginning. But an evil owl. Just think about it for a second. Think about it really hard. You know what? Die. I also like that the fire is homing, and I have got to stop trying to pick up everything I come across. I have a lot of pure. Let's get rid of those. We'll get rid of another set of Maddox, too. Since I have 4 of those. Keys. I'll take it. Step in our little patch and open a pathway down here. Avoid the spikes of doom. That was avoid the spikes of doom. Anyway. So this place, obviously more than it appears to be. Not just a simple inn, no. And who is Mr. Lee? We have destroyed his compatriot, who I believe would be the namesake Kett's, I suppose. Did it actually say his name was Kett's? I honestly wasn't paying attention. I'm awful. So anyway, we come in here, and what do you know, we're locked in again. What do you want to bet that something in this treasure chest will be beneficial to us? We get the chain! Another awesome weapon that will just so happen to be very beneficial to us right this second. Again, if you've ever played a mana game, especially Secret of Mana, you know what those are. The pegs. I suppose it can also be reminiscent of a hook shot from Zelda. Of course, that kind of worked. We were pretty sure if it was wood, you could get to it, but anyhow. Chain is another one of the great weapons in this game. It has amazing range, which is wonderful. And also incredibly powerful. At this point, if things aren't dying in one hit, it will only take two. Oh yeah, I was gonna put fire back on. My brain tried to go in too many paths at once. I mean, what are we doing? Oh. But yes, if you tried to come this way before, you would have been stopped here. Oh, yeah, you can't fall off that. But haha, we beat the system! We got the chain first. So now in the second leg of our dungeon, we smash a pumpkin. Haha, smashing pumpkins. Set some dudes on fire. I have really got to stop running out of room. So many keys. Goodbye, keys. And goodbye, Maddox. And you know what? We'll get rid of a pillow, too. It's like I said, I do not use these. I'm sure there's a spot later where they will come in ridiculously handy, but that time is not now. And I get cures, which is great, because I keep getting hit, and I also just completely forgot about magic. But already there, I got another level, which is just in time, because my magic points were down to 1. Oh... this is completely against, like, everything I normally do, but I'm gonna dump into Wisdom again. Now we're sort of on level there. And now my pad... Wisdom? Well, maybe that's what that does. I think the Wisdom temporarily increases your magic power. Maybe the crystal does all of them? Am I remembering that wrong? I'll figure it out. If I would stop... You know what? Now. If I can turn around here. Wait for my will to build up here. And long reach across. Because otherwise that wouldn't have made it. And that would suck. But the other point is, if you do happen to fall down there, you just end up on a level below, and you end up coming up those steps. So it really doesn't matter either way, but I figured I would show off the proper way you're supposed to do it, because that's what LPs are kind of about, depending on how you feel about it. Beneficial entertainment. Or something. Pop-automatic. That is... I randomly used a pure. I keep getting my buttons backwards for some reason. Probably because I have it mapped wrong and my memory is trying to tell me different. That is more than likely the case. But if I would stop screwing it up and actually paying attention to what I'm doing, you saw there was a pillar there that, or a block that needed some hidden coercing. That is nice. If you notice, that dude just gave me a Maddock. You need one right here, so let's pretty cool that they actually, 9 times out of 10, will give you an item you need. So you're not having to, like, backtrack all the way to a town or what have you if you don't happen to have that item. You can usually find it somewhere nearby. Which I think shows a good amount of, at least, planning. And here we have, oh, the room of caskets we were told about. If we dance around here, we find Jen in one of them, and she's still alive. She has not gone the way of the Willy Hassim. Jen! Oh, Lolly! Let's get out of here, because this place is creepy. And while we'll just say she's too freaked out to agree, but luckily we now have our healer back. So I can eat damage again, as I'm doing now. Poison will eventually wear off. I think it takes like maybe 20 hit points. Something like that. But yeah, when the music goes back to normal, it's gone. So if you don't want to use your items right now, especially with her around, you don't have to, because she'll just heal you right back up. Speaking of which, let's get a little cure action back on me. I love it, baby. Wish you could keep her the whole game. And who's to say you don't? It's not like I was trying to spoil nothing. I'm awful. That's the terrible thing about games like this. I am under the assumption that everyone has played it, and that is seriously not the case. Especially anymore. I mean, you have newer and newer generations coming about that don't even have access to, old Game Boys, much less the games. Or, for that matter, care. We'll get rid of one of these cures. That'll do. Because I would much rather have an ether. Ether, ether, either, either. Potato, potato. I'll call it whatever I want. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm under the assumption that everyone has played this, and that is so not the case. So, if I do accidentally say something telling that I ought not, please excuse me. I'll try not to give anything too terrible away. But, I mean, obviously we're gonna have other companions, but because just leaving us with this lovely heroine the entire time would be only slightly game-breaking. Especially with me and my insane amounts of leveling. Which is not even like I've ground very much, I just have an addiction to killing things on screen. I murder faces. And I should have left myself with some magic, but I didn't. But luckily, we gain another level just before. How awesome is that? Alright, I dumped into Wisdom 2 or 3 times in a row, so got 13 stamina, got 35 hit points. Let's go back to power. Takes my stamina up anyway. I'm liking this. And now I have magic again. I still have it equipped. Yes, yes. Oops. Nope, 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 nope. Come along, Jen. I thought that was the end, and I lied to me. Another thing, like I said, I can't keep maps in my head worth a great gosh darn. Which is why I end up running these beforehand. I end up going through and making sure I don't get super duper lost. Oh, let's get rid of some of those keys, too. Maybe another set of those Maddox. Pillow. Goodbye, pillow. I will never use you. If you're a pillow, so help me. Oh my god, yeah. Should have seen it coming. Catching dudes on fire. Actually, I'm ready to get out of here, so. As I continuously beat dudes up. Alright. Stop rushing me, you damn mouse. You darn mouse. What's that from? Rescuers Down Under, maybe? Ugh. Alright. There we are. But anyway, I feel bad for the kids of the nowadays. Like, yeah, they have the awesome graphics, which, you know, is great. But unless they just end up with an interest in this kind of stuff, or if by chance they remake these at a later date, they'll never get to see these, and that makes me sadder than it should. I really shouldn't care, but I do. And actually, they did remake this. Was it for Game Boy Advance? At one point, and no, I have never played it. Because this is one of those games where I think just the old school charm of it outweighs the need for improved graphics. And I don't even mean that in like a haha, I'm better than that kind of way. Just, I enjoy it better in this form, I guess. That's hard to explain. Like, I know they try to flesh the story out more, and while that's wonderful, never mind. That's my victim! We meet Lee, a vampire. A bat of vampire, who I'm just gonna catch on fire because that is hilarious. He doesn't even care that I set his dog on fire. As you can see, he's about as hard to dodge as stale cheese. That didn't make any sense. And he is dead. We defeated the vampire Lee, and I am at 22 minutes. Holy fudge. Receive the magic book of sleep, learn sleep. Ha, yeah. Are you alright, Jen? Yeah. She can speak again. Hooray! And now we're outside of Kett's. Wendell is to the south. Let's hurry! Yes, let us. Sorry for the slightly long episode, but we made it through the dungeon, so all is well in the world. Next time, we actually head on our way to Wendell. See you guys!